Hello everyone. So today you are going to learn chapter number 10, respiration in organism. It is from class 7th. So in my previous session I explained some points from this lesson. I told about why do we respire and the definition of respiration. Types of respiration, aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration also explained in the previous part. Also completed breathing and how do we breathe. This point we are going to learn now. So in the previous part you have learned about breathing and breathing rate. So now how do we breathe? So here you can come to know what is mean by breathing and how do we breathe it. So see here the point respiration and the breathing. The respiratory system helps in breathing and the main parts of the respiratory system are nostrils, nasal cavity, windpipe and lungs with the diaphragm. Now see here respiratory system, it consists of main part, another parts or different parts. So in those parts we can write nostrils, nasal cavity, windpipe and lungs. If we see in this picture, this part is a nasal cavity which is the part of the respiratory system. From the nasal cavity the air goes inside the lungs. So here is the windpipe and through the windpipe is very close to the esophagus and here from the windpipe the air will come into the lungs. So these are the lungs. So in the lungs the air will come and this air will get transferred in all the parts of the body. So here below the lungs there is a diaphragm. In the second diagram you can see the labeling of the diaphragm which is at the below. So breathing involves rib cage. Now see here breathing involves rib cage and muscular sheet below the chest cavity called diaphragm. Now everyone see here, I will underline this part is a diaphragm. So this is a sheet, muscular sheet and this is a rib cage. Now you can see this is the rib cage and rib cage protect the lung because lung is the inner organ which is situated in the chest and it is protected by the rib cage. So this muscular sheet where here it is shown. So this muscular sheet is nothing but it is called as diaphragm and this diaphragm also involved in the breathing process. During the inhalation means what? Inhalation means breathing in, means when we take air inside our body, that is called as inhalation, and during the inhalation the chest cavity increases the size. Now see here you can perform this activity at home also. When you take a long or a deep breath, when you take long breath then the chest cavity means this chest cavity increases in the size and the diaphragm moves down. Now see here diaphragm moves down and air enters into the lungs. So what happens when you inhale, when you breathe in, at that time chest cavity increases and this diaphragm moves down, and when the chest cavity get increased and diaphragm moves down then the chest cavity becomes large and the air can go inside the chest cavity. So in this process the inhalation completes, but when you exhale at that time this chest cavity which is increased in the breathing, at that time when you exhale at that time this chest cavity get decreases and the diaphragm moves upward. So when diaphragm moves upward at that time the air which is present in the lungs it sent out. So in this way exhalation also get completed. So the air get pushed out in the exhalation process because the chest cavity decreases and diaphragm moves up. So diaphragm is nothing but it is a muscular sheet which is placed below the lungs. Here is the diagram. So like this diagram is given in our textbook also where you have to do practice. So I will show all the parts to all of you. Now see here, this is the nasal cavity. Nasal cavity means this part, and oral cavity means our mouth. In the oral cavity, and nasal cavity means our nose. Through the nose it goes in the windpipe, and there is a pharynx and larynx. See here, the pharynx and larynx, here it is shown in this part. The trachea also shown there. This one is the trachea, and if you see, the trachea here ends into the two parts which is called as bronchi, and then the bronchi get inserted into the lungs, and then this heart is also situated inside the chest, and the ribs are protecting the heart as well as the lungs. So the air from the nasal cavity enters into the body and comes into the lungs. So this is the respiratory system, and the parts are shown here. The heart is not the part of the respiratory system, but in the diagram it is shown. So you can cut this heart, and other part you can write as the parts of the respiratory system. This is the model, this is the activity, and through this activity the mechanism of breathing is shown. What is taken here? Here is the one jar. The jar is taken, and here the rubber sheet is attached to the bottom of the jar. So here the jar, you can take the plastic transparent jar, and you can cut the bottom of the plastic jar, and then here you can place a rubber sheet, and when you stretch it and when you place it here, and here you can use a straw which is a Y-shaped straw, and at the end of this you can attach two balloons, and here you can place a rubber cork. So from this rubber cork the air cannot enter inside, but from this only, this straw only, the air will enter. So when you will pull this rubber sheet down, means this rubber sheet will act as a diaphragm which is placed in our chest below the lungs. So when you pull it down, then the air from the outside it will enter into the straw, and this will enter into the balloon. So this balloon, here the balloons are deflated. Here the balloons are deflated, but when the air goes in the balloon get inflated. So in this way the air also goes in our body. It is shown by this small model. But when you release it, when you release our hand, then the diaphragm moves up, and when diaphragm moves up, the air from this balloon it sent out. So same happens in our body. It is a small model which can show the respiration, how it works in our body. What do we breathe out? Now see here, the air we breathe is a mixture of carbon dioxide and moisture. So we know that in the air moisture is present. Moisture means water vapor, and the carbon dioxide is also present in the air. Now what do we breathe out? Means when we exhale, when we breathe out, to what type of gases we breathe out, what type of gases we exhale. So for that purpose, here is a small activity is given there. So what is given in the activity? So here is the test tube, and in the test tube you can see the lime water is filled. So the lime water is there in the test tube, and when you see here, when you take a test tube, there you have to pour some lime water. Here it is given there, lime water test for the carbon dioxide. Now lime water, when you insert in the test tube, at that time with the help of this plastic straw. Now this is the plastic straw. When you blow, now see, the person is blowing air into the straw, and from the straw the air will goes inside the test tube. Now when the air will goes inside the test tube after blowing, it shows that your breathe, when you breathe out, that blow, when you blow air, means that is nothing but it is your breathe out. So when you breathe out, it contains CO2 gas. Now the CO2 means carbon dioxide. So when it goes inside the lime water, then the lime water turns into a milky color. So when the lime water turns milky color, it shows or it represents that there is a presence of carbon dioxide gas. And when you breathe out, when you blow, so from your mouth this CO2 gas is get released in the lime water. So what do we breathe out from this activity? You can say we breathe out CO2. And in previous slide we have seen that what we breathe in. What do we breathe in? So we breathe in oxygen and we breathe out carbon dioxide gas. Now like us, there are different animals which can do the breathing. All the living organisms, they perform the respiration process. Now the first animal is given here, that is cockroach. Now you can see in the diagram, the cockroach has a spiracle and tracheal trunk. All these labelings are given there. So this diagram is not available in our book, but just you have to learn the information that how does the cockroach breathe. Now cockroach breathes through small openings in their body which are called as spiracles. Now you can see here, this is the spiracle, and here it is also shown, this is the spiracle. So with the help of spiracle means what? It is a small opening on the body of the cockroach. So that's through the spiracle the cockroach starts breathing, and these spiracles are connected to the air tubes. Means inside the cockroach body there is an air tube, and through the air tube these spiracles are connected, and that connection is called as trachea. Oxygen rich air enters through the spiracles and passes through the trachea to all the cells to the body. Now oxygen from this spiracle enters into the air rich with the oxygen enters in the spiracle, and from the spiracle it goes in the trachea, and from the trachea it gets transferred to all the parts of the body. So in this way cockroach breathes with the help of spiracles. Now earthworm. In the rainy days you can see all the earthworms which are moving on a road, because in rainy days there is a specific reason behind that, because we cannot see all the earthworms on a dry day, but in the rainy day when more water from the rain gets seeped into the ground, that time these earthworms do not have the air in the soil, so they comes up for the respiration purpose. That's why we can see all the earthworms on a road in the rainy day. Now this earthworm, how does this earthworm breathe? So you can see here, this is the diagram of earthworm, and this earthworm has the moist skin, and with the help of moist skin earthworm breathe. And you have to understand that this moist skin helps to the earthworm for the breathing process. Now the fish. So many times you heard about the gills. So all this type of fish, now see here, not all, few are there which are having the different respiratory systems, but here mostly the fishes breathe through gills, and the gills have blood vessels which help in the exchange of gases. Now here you can see the gills are also shown in the diagram. So the gills is a respiratory organ in the fish which helps for the fish for the purpose of breathing. Now we will come to the plants. So how do plants breathe? So here it is given that the plants also takes oxygen. Like human being, plants also need oxygen. But here it is given there, see here, the plants take oxygen from air and give out carbon dioxide. So generally all the living organisms take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So even plants are also doing same. But in the photosynthesis process it is quite different. In the photosynthesis process, photosynthesis means plants are preparing their own food. So in the photosynthesis, plant takes carbon dioxide from the air and they gives out oxygen. But in the respiration, plant takes oxygen and gives out carbon dioxide. Oxygen is used in the cells to break down glucose, and the carbon dioxide and water releases into carbon dioxide and water and releases energy. The leaves have tiny pores, stomata. Here it is shown in the diagram, stomata. On the leaves there are small tiny means very small, and tiny pores are there, small holes are there which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So under microscope we can observe all those things. and these stomata help to the plant for exchanging gases. Exchanging gases means taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide, otherwise taking carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Now the root hair also helps to take air from the soil. So here the two parts are most important, root hair as well as the stomata. These two parts are there which can help in the respiration process for the plants. So here this, have you seen this part? This is called as root hair. This thread like part is there on the root. This is the root hair, and this root hair helps the plant for the taking air from the soil. This is the soil particles, and from the soil, if you see, there is a gap, space is there. In the space air is present, and this air, this root hair takes inside the plant body. And the stomata also helps to take air in the leaf, and from the leaf it gets transferred to all the cells of the body. In this way the lesson is get finished. Thank you.